And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Playoff Sports Talk Live. As the Giant Sports Talk Live has been taken over because we're talking playoffs. Welcome on this Friday night. We got nothing else better to do than listen to us two fools talk about baseball.
Hey,
why
speak
not,
for
right?
yourself. Hey, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag early this evening, Eric, but if you're talking about listening to these two fools, wait till tomorrow.
Oh, I know. How about that?
We have some special programming coming your way.
Yeah, it's like we were thinking about what we wanted to do. It's like, hey, why not? Well, let's just do small little post games after each game tomorrow, and then we'll finish it off with the fantastic Padres versus Dodgers game, and we'll not only will we touch on that game, but we'll recap everything else that happened throughout that day. So it should be a lot of fun tomorrow. As Johnny is saying, he's not leaving the couch for a second tomorrow. It's bang, 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 bang. All day baseball. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you. What's up, Morkatna?
Hey, and the good news is I've already booked Tommy D live from New York City. He'll be just home from the Yankee game, settling back in, and he will give us a complete recap of what happens over in Flushing. Right, it's actually the Mets. Mets are on the road, so he'll be back talking about the Mets at the Phillies and Kansas City and the New York Yankees. So we got them booked for tomorrow night. We'll have a complete update from New York on the show.
No, it sounds good. Should be a lot of fun. But tonight, we'll talk about the 4 different games that'll be played tomorrow. Of course, we'll get into our obligatory Giants. It's really nothing new, to be honest with you. We'll just be rehashing the same stuff we've been talking about for the last week or so. But that's fine. Mm-hmm. Hey, everyone likes to talk about that stuff, so why not?
Yeah. Oh, and later on in the show, we're going to talk about our next contest. Your chance to win a big prize.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah,
the only problem is, you know what sucks about it? Due to conflict of interest, Eric and I can't win.
No, we can't.
I like the prize, don't you?
Yeah, it's going to be nice. We have it's in its infancy of what we're going to do, but the reward is going to be pretty spectacular.
We haven't figured out the whole schematics of it, but we have the prize.
Yeah, the prize is ready. Well, I guess you could say the prize is ready, but how to win said prize is what we need to figure out. But I think you guys will
tip off what the prize is. We'll get more guys in. They're just rolling in. People are streaming in now, Eric. And later on, we'll unveil that a couple of times, get everybody hyped up for it. I don't think there's much hyping to do. Big day tomorrow.
Yeah, big day tomorrow. Hey, you know what? Let's get into the breaking news that happened. 2 things that broke on the baseball front.
You know what? You and I do so much in the run of a day. I know what you're going at. I know you. The big news.
There's 2. Well, there's
kind of feel like one. To me, it feels like yesterday already.
I know. One is big, and then the other one is
surprising,
huge, or surprising. You could even say that. That's better. That's probably better.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with New York?
Yeah, let's start with New York. First, that's the first thing that broke. Kodai Senga going to pitch game 1 between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. We'll get into the details. I'm just breaking down what it is. And the second thing was the news of, as Johnny T is alluding to, Musgrove is going to require Tommy John surgery, which means, of course, he's out for the playoffs, and he's going to be out all next year. It's going to be it's a devastating blow. But you know what? I'll tell you what. I think the Padres will be fine. You still got Dylan Cease, you still got Michael King, and you still have Yu Darvish. So they could piece this together, especially for at least the DS. When you get into the CS, if they get that far, then you're going to have to do a little finagling. But I think
Eric and I were talking a little bit about we spent about 20 minutes this afternoon getting ready for our radio show tomorrow on 103.5 Capital FM. And anybody wants to tune into that particular station or our programming Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Eric and I talk. It's kind of an open forum. We've already got our topics picked out. We'll be talking baseball. And we're also going to be talking the war in the Middle East coming up tomorrow morning on the show. And Eric and I were kind of bantering back and forth. He's leaning Padres. I'm leaning Dodgers. And then
Yes.
he was like, oh, no, but the Dodgers don't have the pitching. I said, hey, wait a second. All of a sudden, the Padres are faltering in that department. You're like, oh, geez, yeah. But you still got the Pods.
Yeah, I still got the Padres. I think they're still going to be going on. Lethal 24-hour. Oh, no. The channel is not 24 hours. What it's going to be the website when that's all finished, right, Glenn? The 24-hour coverage.
Yeah, well, we can tell everybody now. Coming soon is the 24-hour a day Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, the radio edition. So it will be simply called the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Radio Network.
There you go. That's the 24-hour. It's going to have entertainment. It's going to have sports. It's music. You name it, man. That's going to be part of the entertainment. It's going to be pretty damn awesome as far as the website is concerned. You guys, I think, will enjoy it, especially those who love classic rock.
Classic rock, if you love. And you know what? Hey, Bay Area channel. So it's going to feature, there's going to be a Grateful Dead hour. The boys from up on Haight Street. What else we got?
Flower Power?
The Flower Power Hour. That's right. Featuring the psychedelic 60s from the Bay Area. All those great bands of yesteryear. What else? There's just so much. There'll be news coverage. You'll have your hourly news. There's just so much going on.
And then if you've missed any of the YouTube content, that will also be streamed audio through audio only on that same website. It's going to be pretty damn fantastic.
Somebody asked me about that. Somebody's in the know already. And they go, well, yeah, but I mean, you get to see you guys. I go, well, it's the same as a podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You'll be able to hear our show on the radio.
Right.
And if you missed the show, it's scheduled to run like twice. So you'd catch our show. We'll finish. For example, tonight, you're heading into a Saturday. Tonight at midnight, usher in the weekend. You and I wrap up our show. This show would run perhaps at 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. or 2 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Right.
Then the morning live edition returns in the spring. You'll be able to catch that twice in the mornings over on the radio. And there'll be other programming as well tossed in there. So I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will enjoy that. And
the good news is Eric knows I'm able to sell it.
Yeah.
So we got sponsors lined up in addition to that. Our sponsors come in hot and heavy to sponsor the show. We had smaller packages we were able to offer to our radio advertisers. So this is going to be cool. You know what, Eric? We're having fun. That's the most important thing. I know our guys in the chat and our gals who occasionally drop by. They love talking baseball as much as you and I do. So we're like a big, happy family.
It's awesome, man. It's all about the conversation, man. Carter, you could come in a little bit later tonight too, man. If you want to give your picks as well, we could get into that as well. We could go a little bit longer. Yesterday, we just wanted to do an hour because the night before we did 3 hours. It was just a long damn night and day. So yeah, Carter, you could be able to come in here a little bit. And alive, you get to hear Carter's picks.
It's funny, you know something? Just a sec. I got to make sure I'm prepared tonight. Fresh material. Did you notice in the chat already? I see. What do you think about the Padres blocking Dodger fans from buying tickets? Apparently, they're blocking credit cards. So you know what, guys? You got to get the right credit card. That's all I can tell you. Find the best credit card for you, your family. Maybe you got a son or daughter heading off to college. Apply easily and securely online with our premier sponsor, BetterCreditCards.com. Who, Eric?
BetterCreditCards.com. Look right below you.
There they are. Eric got some homework done.
How about that?
Yeah, check them out. Get the credit card of your choice, the one that best suits you. You'll have all kinds of choices. You can apply online securely. BetterCreditCards.com. Yeah, so that is a situation that has arisen, and I don't think it's the first time, too. A little block on out-of-town purchases. They're trying to shut down L.A. faithful from getting in the door, Eric.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of that? What do you make of it?
I don't know, man. That seems a little weird, don't you think? It seems a little weird. Hey,
Yeah.
whatever. If they want to do that, that's their business, right?
Doesn't look very classy to me. I don't know.
No, it doesn't. I don't understand it. I mean, whoever pays. I mean, whatever. I guess it's all about optics, right? All about the damn optics. Oh, what was that?
Hey, I saw Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Don't forget, opening
Wow.
night of the National Hockey League is coming up on Tuesday. And that
It
means
is.
over on, again, shameless self-promotion, over on Northern California Sports and Entertainment Channel, our other channel, we'll be talking some San Jose Sharks beginning on Tuesday, opening night. I had told somebody, and I think it was you on this channel at least once, that the opening night was tonight.
Yes.
The schedule. I took it from ESPN. They had the date wrong right? for about 2 months. So I see on their site it's finally changed. Somebody finally noticed. I didn't. And then
well, you know, we had that issue when we were doing Morning Edition, remember? They had some weird things going on.
What was it? What was it was Eric and I were just perplexed.
It was the standings. The standings were all
way off whack. And I said maybe they just didn't update them, but they had one team 3 games out that should have been leading, and it was a mess over there. So somebody got fired, and they got it straightened up over at ESPN. I go, well, ESPN's been firing a lot of people. I do not consider them the worldwide leader in sports anymore.
No. Kyle Stevens talks about the Padres-Dodgers thing. They did the same thing in 2022. Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard
the gamesmanship of doing that's not gamesmanship. Carter, that's not gamesmanship, man. Selling tickets is not gamemanship. Gamemanship is within the game, not selling tickets, dude. Just saying.
Alive says the Yankees are blocking too.
Hey.
How do they do that? Eric, is just when you try to put in the state you're buying from, your address.
I don't know. It must be your zip code. Looks like Kyle likes your hat. There you go.
You know what that is? Does he know? Does anybody know what CCM is?
I know it has to do with hockey gear.
Yeah, hockey gear. They first manufactured sticks. They're in the skate manufacturing. But the cool thing about this hat is, can you see the
Sharks?
I got
there
my
you go.
shark on it. So it's CCM hockey. I'm geared up. Hockey season getting underway. That's something I can do a 12-hour. I'm not going to, but I could do a 12-hour show opening day. We got some good games coming up. The Devils and the Sabres. What has it been? Something like 8 years. The Sabres have yet to make the NHL playoffs with the young talent. Is this their year? The Devils, they got a lot of young talent too, Eric.
Yep.
I was going to ask Eric what his pick was this year in the NHL, but he's like,
I ain't gonna know.
I can't even tell you. Probably 5 teams. So.
I probably couldn't even tell. Yeah. Carter says taking it away from the Dodgers to screw them is no, it's not. That's being a dick. that's not gamesmanship, Carter. That's just being petty. Come on. You don't need to do that. That's dumb. Anyways, let's get back to
No lethal. I said it in jest. In jest. Tongue in
lethal.
cheek. Yeah.
Tongue in cheek,
no more.
Right?
Listen, I learned a valuable lesson. Those 12-hour shows come along once every 12 years.
Yeah.
Geez, coming on the end of it, Eric. You were ready. I was put me in a body bag.
Wait until the Giants sign Soto.
Well, you're going to do a 12-hour show? I'll come in and join you in the final.
Yeah,
I'll be like the horse race. I'm going to come in
the
home stretch.
Exactly. But anyways,
I can only imagine there'll be a fresh video, guys. You just hardly wait, huh?
Back to baseball.
Yep.
So that way, I guess we could talk a little bit about Kodai Senga. What do you guys think? Talk to me here. You guys like that idea of Kodai Senga actually starting a game for the Mets, especially game 1? I can understand maybe coming out of the bullpen, but he's only pitched 1 game. What is up, Senior? Good to see you, dude.
Hey, Senior.
He's only pitched 1 game. I mean, is that risk? That seems like a risk to me. I get, like I said, I could get maybe him coming being a long man or coming out of the bullpen, but I don't know, man. I'm a little bit concerned. I don't know why they don't just start Severino. I don't understand it. You guys, how about you guys? What say you, chat? Do you guys like that idea of Kodai Senga coming and pitching game 1?
I like it.
Yeah, I know you like it.
I like it. I had my Senga jersey on. Was it my Senga or my Wilmer? No, I had my Senga.
It was your Senga last night.
I had my Senga on last night. I like that guy. Should have been a San Francisco Giant. Thank you very much, Mr. Farhan freaking Zaidi. Blew that one too.
No.
Yes,
Come
he
on,
did.
not far on.
He did.
Yeah. I don't know, man. For me, I'm a little concerned just for the simple fact that he hasn't had he had only but one game. Don't you want to be don't you want to have at least a few games under your belt before you start pitching playoff baseball?
Playoffs. Well, look what Johnny's. Mets are rolling. They're all in.
Good point, Johnny. They are. No, 100%. I give you that. They are that. But couldn't they
risk reward?
But couldn't they have just started Luis Severino and then Manaya, then Quintana, and then if you have to use Kodai, yeah, that's fine. I just found that a little bit weird for him pitching game 1. Eddie says, get him out there. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
What do we got? I was going. Oh, that one was spicy.
You guys are making me You're making me angry. I won't turn green, I promise. The Padres have had 55 sellouts this past year. It is totally reasonable for them to want to sell tickets to their own fans. Okay, that's fine. If you could do that, that's fine. But if they're not, then open it up. That's all I'm saying. That's
Eric. You and I would never do that to our fans. We had a guy on the air. We had a Milwaukee Brewer fan hanging out with us all week. We don't turn him away. Oh, it's called Giant Sports Talk. So, No,
I understand. There's only a finite number of seats that someone can buy. Like, seriously, is enough Padre fans? Maybe they will. Are there enough Padre fans? Because look, it's not a regular season game where it's a little bit more affordable to everybody. These are playoff games, and they're going to be much more expensive. So I would say, hey, why don't they, if there's a way they could figure it out, hey, maybe they make it 80, 90% Padre fans, and then the rest could be whoever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. You know what I feel like?
What
are the guys in the chat thinking?
Senior got 2 games tomorrow playing in Sacramento, down the street. Mather, huh? Nice. That's going to suck, man. I guess you're going to be watching on the cell phone, right? Following the game. Hey, Senior, we're going to do a post game after every single game tomorrow. It's the little short ones, maybe 30 minutes or something like that. Then the final post game, we'll be on longer talking. We'll first talk about the Padres and Dodgers, but then we can recap everything that happened. And we're going to have a special guest tomorrow. Tommy D from New York will give us his synopsis of the New York teams.
He'll be going to the he's going to the Yankees Royals games tomorrow. He's covering that series because the Mets are out of town. We'll have to ask him what happens when the Mets and the Yankees play at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Knowing Tommy's just going to go, well,
55 sellouts during the regular season. I get it. 55 sellouts during the regular season. Playoff baseball, ticket prices go up, and not everybody can quite afford all those. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, sell 80, 90% to your San Diego fans, which is fine, and then open it up to everyone else. It's just to arbitrarily just seems, I don't know. I understand it, but I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah. So, interesting. So we'll see how Kodai Senga does. It's gonna be fun to watch. Hopefully, you know what? What makes me wonder what is going to be their plan if he starts kind of faltering.
Oh, Eric, see the negativity here.
Think about it. He's
going to come out with that.
Here's the problem.
Is going to be dipping and dropping. And...
I'll tell you why. Because if you start him game 1, you could blow out your damn bullpen right off the rip. And you don't want it. That's what I'm saying. It's a risk. It's a risk. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. We'll see.
Guys, I know what they're doing. I see some Live Insurance says he's on the Detroit wagon. Detroit will win again tomorrow. Coming up on tomorrow night's show, Sunday at the latest, obviously, with the Tigers playing tomorrow. It's a little dicey for us, but I have got the Detroit Tigers public address announcer lined up, Eric. So you and I will have a chance to talk about the Detroit Tigers and their 24 success with him coming up on the show.
That'll be a lot of fun. That'll be
not just guests. We're bringing some guests that, I mean, very, like I said to him, he says, I'm really busy. I said, I'd like to get you on the show because he and I go way back. And he goes, yeah, you know, it's time sensitive. I'll come on the show with you guys. I'm like,
sweet.
On,
that's awesome. That should be a lot of fun.
You got to buy me 3 beer next month in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, man. Maybe he could give us a no betting or the Detroit Tigers.
Too, you know, we used to make, you know,
Carey.
We all used to. Carpenter. I remember hearing Eric do the now batting.
Carpenter.
This guy's a pro.
Now batting.
This guy's a pro.
Javier Baez. And
he's only a young guy, Eric. He's younger than us. Yeah.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah, he worked in the radio industry. So you know what it is. It's all about the
voice.
Sweet sounds.
Yep, that's gonna be cool, man.
He'll be
a lot of fun
on the show. Make us sound like we're.
And of course, no, don't get me wrong. Even though he's a public address announcer, he's watching the game. He's seeing what's going on. That should be fun to hear what he has to say.
I mean, he's seen every home game this year, and I've no doubt in my mind he's gotten to a few road games too. So,
thanks, Morcana. Appreciate that, man.
And now batting, Hall of Famer Eric Romo. Why do I always feel like I'm the Austin Slater of this?
Yeah, poor Glenn. No love, man.
No love.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Anyways, hey, you know what? Let's do this. Might as well bring this up. We already talked about the big news with Musgrove and Senga. We did this a little bit yesterday. First game of the day is going to be Detroit against Cleveland in Cleveland.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Eric said that we got the 4 game. We're going to do 4 shows.
4
tomorrow.
shows.
Nope. We're doing 5 shows. If Eric said it bed early enough, so be it. I'll do a pregame show before the Detroit-Cleveland game to get everybody all fired up. So we'll have a pregame. Then we're going to do a Detroit-Cleveland postgame, Mets postgame, KC postgame, and then we'll wrap it up with our postgame evening playoff sports talk show.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope we don't have to pay extra for internet coverage tomorrow or anything.
Tell me about it.
Have to check the rules of this. Anyway, yeah, Detroit-Cleveland kicks it off.
We got that to kick it off, and then it looks like it's going to be Tyler Holton. So you know what that means. Detroit is doing a bullpen game tomorrow.
Yes. Ooh, a little sneak.
They had some success. Look, AJ Hinch.
Right.
He knew what to do against the Astros. That was pretty damn fantastic. The type of managing that he did against the Astros to get that sweep, boy, he knew what to do. So let's see if it works against the Guardians. And then of course the second game, going to start 1:08 Pacific. It's going to be New York Mets with Kodai Senga taking a mound against Philadelphia with Zach Wheeler and their ace. And then of
Kansas
course
City, New York.
Yep. Got Michael Wacha, Garrett Cole. That will be later in the afternoon. And then the nightcapper, San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here, we'll get into this.
They save the best for last. Look at that.
That one's going to be something. We could bring Carter in here. Yeah, that was announced yesterday, Mike. Terry Francona is back as a manager for the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, Senga and Wheeler should be interesting. I just, like I said, man, I'm a little concerned about the whole Kodai Senga thing. It's just me. Just me.
Well, there's that poop by you. Did they hear that on the air? Boop. I know somebody's waiting.
No, only us. Only the people who are in here.
He's not wearing San Diego Padres colors. Without further ado, if you want to make your picks at the betting window tomorrow, just tune in, pay close attention. Whatever Carter picks, just pick the opposite.
Guess who's back? This guy.
Back again.
Yeah. Man, this is going to be fun with him. I can't even lie. With Kodai Senga. I really... It's very risky, but I think it's worth a shot. If he looks stagnant coming out, I wouldn't recommend keeping him in, but you got to try and do something risky at this point because you're going up against a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Eric
Correct.
has said that the LA Dodgers series with San Diego features some weak Los Angeles pitching. I think the weakest pitching you might see in this whole series is not Detroit, it's not LA. I think it's New York. I think this is a no lose for them.
I mean, here's the issue. I picked the Phillies to win this series.
Okay, real quick. Hold on. Before we get there, let's go in order real quick, Carter. I don't want to be jumping around. Let's start with the Detroit Tigers versus Cleveland Guardians, and we'll make our way down just so we got a little bit easy. So we're not jumping all over the place.
Right. Oh, so you want me to go?
Who's taking it?
Listen to you. Go for it, dude.
All right.
You're our special guest.
Okay, here's the issue. Cleveland's offense, when Jose Ramirez isn't always going, is stagnant a lot of the time. Stephen Kwan was good the first half. The second half, he's gone off a cliff. Josh Naylor has been merely okay. David Fry, I don't know where the hell he is. Andres Jimenez has been good. There has been solid play for some of their guys.
There's another rookie tier. I can't remember his name. There's another guy.
Junkinski Noel.
That's it, Noel.
Yeah. So they've been good offensively. They've been okay. But the problem is they're going up against really good pitching. And when Jose Ramirez isn't always destroying the baseball, the offense looks very, very stagnant.
Okay.
Detroit, on the other hand, going up against Cleveland's pitching, it depends because Grand Admiral talked about this. If they can get ahead, Cleveland, they can shut the door.
100%.
It's just about getting ahead. That's the problem. And which leads back to the offense thing that I talked about. So I think Detroit has a good enough offense to get past Cleveland's starting pitching because their starting pitching is not as good as their bullpen. So I would say this is, I feel, I've said this before on the other show. I feel like Detroit is just so like bizarrely like young and dumb. They don't know they're not supposed to be playing this good. So I think because they are just such a bizarre team that managed to make it here and pull off this crazy run, I think they have the opportunity to upset Cleveland. I think if Hinch continues to do what he's doing with the bullpen and managing starting pitching, I think he can do it. It's just about like, it's just a question mark if he can keep doing this to his bullpen.
Okay, this is going to be different. Remember, this is not a 3-game series. This is a 5-game series. He was able to get away with doing bullpen games for a 3-game series. He's not going to be able to get away with it in a 5-game. It's not going to be able to. Look, AJ Hinch, absolutely, he pulled the right trigger, pulled the right levers with the bullpen. But another thing he also did very well was bringing in guys pinch hitting at the right time. Now, one thing you say the inexperience. I see what you're saying with that, but you know what it is? It's timely hitting. That's what Detroit's been doing. That's what they've been doing the whole last month of the season. It's all about the timely hitting, just scoring enough to win the game. It's not exactly their like a ferocious lineup. They just do enough to put enough runs to win the game. We'll see with Cleveland, man. As you stated, if Cleveland has the lead after the 6th, 7th inning, forget about it. It's done. It's over. It's over. There's no way they're going to hit against that pitch. At Cleveland pitching is just incredible. Talking about the bullpen. I don't know. I like the story of Detroit. I know they're on a run, but man, there's something about Cleveland. I think they're going to, again, you know what they say about postseason. It's all about pitching and defense and timely hitting. And I think Cleveland has the edge on that. That's just my thoughts on that.
That's totally fair.
Eric, you stole my thunder.
Sorry.
You stole my thunder, man. Clutch hitting. This is not a team. Carter says, they don't know they're supposed to be here. I wouldn't say that. This is a team that got hot when they had to. The hot team going into the postseason is the one that's going to be the most dangerous, Eric. They finished the season 7-3. They've got 86 win under their belt. Now, maybe they weren't expected to, but they did. They get a chance to pick up a win. Maybe there's some underlying logic to this. Detroit, they throw the bullpen game. So let's say they come out of this with the win tomorrow, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
They've got on Monday, Skubal going.
That's a
win tomorrow. Winning tomorrow is the ace in the hole for this whole series as far as the Detroit Tigers. You get up 1-0, Skubal in game 2, then you know what? Then all of a sudden Cleveland, it's dire circumstances. No. So Maybe they do have to get a little lucky with the pitching, but good pitching, good hitting, good defense. That'll win it for you. And Detroit hasn't shown me they can't do any of that.
Yeah, they're just, don't get me wrong. I think Detroit's going to put up a great fight. We'll see. Let's see how that pans out. It's going to be fun to watch. Second
like
game.
Alive says, it all changed for the Tigers when they traded Canada to the Giants. So maybe there's some truth to that too.
He really gave him
oh man, it's pretty good. Alive.
New York, Philadelphia. Eric, why don't you start with that one?
No, I'm gonna let Carter take all of it. We'll let him take the beginning on all of them. I know he wants to be heard. Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna say this first. My pick is not about the Mets. Well, it's sort of. Here's what it is. Jose Iglesias, Sean Manaea, Kodai Senga, Luis Severino, they're all great pitchers. They've had great years this year. Like, even though guys like Manaea and Iglesias were all seen as a bit like washouts and like guys that weren't to be trusted anymore, they've had great years. So is Severino. And Kodai Senga is like the little wrinkle that's going to be interesting in this series. The problem is they're going up against a monster. Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, Christopher Sanchez, and Ranger Suarez, along with a solid couple people in the bullpen. That's a monster. Not to mention they're going up against incredible hitting that could get after Iglesias, Manaea, and Severino. Again, I don't know about Senga. It depends on how he sort of starts it all out. I think he'll do well. But this isn't about the Mets because I really like that team. So I'm going to say this. If I'm wrong about this series prediction, I'm not going to be upset because I really like that team. They've been playing super well ever since May, and I really like them. The problem is I just think Philly is just an outright better team. That's all.
Okay, Glenn?
Oh, well, I think you'd have to be crazy to say that the New York Mets are going to beat the Philadelphia Phillies in this series. Regardless of who pitches game one, regardless of the pitching matchups in general, Philadelphia just has far too much star power and good pitching. And I don't see with them starting off at home. Hey, do I want to see the Mets win? Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm a big Kodai Senga proponent. But this, to me, there's not a lot to talk about in this series. Philadelphia wins it, Eric, probably in 5 games.
So, or listen to me.
Or what is this? This is a best of 5, right? So
that's a 5.
Yeah.
And
so
also they'll win this in
they'll
win this in 4.
Yeah. The thing is, another big thing, they're starting at Citizens Bank Park. And we know how loud that place can get for opposing players. And that's might be a little deafening for the Mets.
You know what? Take that out of consideration. Philadelphia is a better team. Look what you got. You got Schwarber, Real Muto, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper. I mean, goodness gracious. Nick Castellanos, Stott, Baum, Marsh. It's a better lineup, man. And they're gonna,
like I said, monster.
I think it's gonna be tough to navigate. Look, yes, the Brewers had a decent lineup, but it's not like the Phillies. The Phillies lineup is fantastic.
Yep.
The
Phillies were built for now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
They're a postseason team.
And it's going to be incredible. And then, of course, the pitching. Philadelphia's got some damn good pitching. You got Zach Wheeler. You got Ranger Suarez. You got Aaron Nola. I mean, I think Philadelphia. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Mets is a great feeling. They sucked half of the year, and then the other half of the year they started playing out of their mind. And it's a feel good. I get it. I understand. But I just think Philadelphia.
Yeah, you can't always be jumping on these feel good stories and expect you're going to make some bank at the end of the day.
Yeah,
betting on these games. Let's go for one from the chat. Eric says, or Mike says, Eric, but Pete Alonso is clutch. Now I spent 2 hours listening to WFAN Sports Radio New York today, Eric.
No,
where the story was the Mets and especially Pete Alonso. They said just the opposite. He came up with that huge hit the other night. But they said, Alonso can go. He's not a clutch player.
He had a clutch.
He had one clutch swing.
Yeah, he had a moment.
But everyone was a clutch player.
Right.
And I think
don't want Alonso.
He said earlier, I don't know if it was Mike. He said, "Oh, we'll see him in a Giants uniform."
No,
the way they were talking about him on the radio in New York today. And I mean, they're in a bit of a frenzy over there, Eric. Alonso and the Mets and the Yankees are in the postseason. The Mets just came off that dramatic 9th inning win to advance, and they're still saying the guy's not clutch.
There you go.
Listen, Alonso, like a clutch player, is someone who can meet the moment like consistently. Like in those big moments, he's gonna meet it. And I don't, other than this one that happened yesterday, I can't name another Peter Alonso moment where it was like, wow, he really saved the game for them. I don't.
He almost lost that game the other night. Not the home run to win it. If it wasn't for the strikeout, he dropped the pop-up at first base.
Mike, it was one moment, man. This is what people do, man. I hate it when people they see one moment and all of a sudden these guys are you gotta go get this guy.
It's Eric, not like is Travis Ishikawa on the ballot? We put him in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Oh, clutch hitter. No,
I know. No. That's what I'm saying. You gotta see the whole body of work, not one moment in a big game. You just can't. I mean, you can't do that. All you're gonna do is set yourself up for failure.
I mean, it's not like it's a Bryce Harper thing, because like whenever I've watched Harper, he meets the moment more than any player I've ever seen. He's so good at it, it's terrifying. That's why whenever Bryce Harper's up at the plate, I'm scared for my team or whoever team he's facing. I'm not scared of Pete Alonso. I'm sorry. It's not a fault to Pete, but I'm not.
Because
you know what? I'm glad he brought it up.
What is Pete gonna do? What is Pete gonna do?
I'm glad he brought it up. Mike's posting, if this stat is legit, a guy with 34 home runs, why has he only got 88 RBIs, Eric?
Great point.
RBIs.
Well, you got to remember, that's because of the guys ahead of them. They're not getting on base. But let's look at this.
If a guy hits 34 home runs for me, I want more productivity than 88 RBIs.
And he also had 174 strikeouts.
That's a lot of strikeouts.
I don't want. I'm tired of it.
The Grant McRae special.
I'm tired of the power and the strikeout. I've seen enough. How about someone who bats 280, 290, right? Can hit you maybe 25 home runs, and get on base and have a decent on base. How about that? I don't want either a home run or a strikeout. I'm tired of it, man.
Kansas City at New York. Next game on the dock. We've run
what you got, Carter?
Kansas City at New York.
I said this on the other show. This is going to be close, like margins. Like it's all going to be about the little moments, I think. And I get it. You're shaking your head. It's the Yankees. I know.
What's up,
but here's the thing about Garrett Cole. He has Clayton Kershaw syndrome, in my opinion. Garrett Cole has Clayton Kershaw syndrome. He's not a great postseason performer. He's not a bad one, but he's not that good. He's just not that great in the postseason. And listen, there are a couple pitchers on that staff that are good. Like Rodon is good. Clark Schmidt's good. Luis Gil's good. But Nestor Cortez has just gotten out. And in my opinion with the Yankees, they're going to go as far as Aaron Judge and Juan Soto take them. They are the crux of the Yankees. The problem is going to be, are they going to be able to carry them the entire way against Kansas City pitching? Because Kansas City pitching this year has been better than I've ever seen it. Cole Reagans, Seth Lugo, Michael Wacha. That's a freaking three-headed monster, in my opinion. And talking about the Yankees, other than Aaron Judge and Soto, they don't have any other good hitters in that lineup. They don't have one. Gleyber Torres is okay, but he's not that great. Anthony Rizzo has lost his step. Giancarlo Stanton is more known for swinging at outside sliders than he is for hitting home runs. And Anthony Volpe, who was supposed to have a great year, become a star, just has not been that. I just don't. And then when I look at Kansas City, I see sort of the opposite. I see a well-rounded roster. Maikel Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, the veteran presence of Salvador Perez, Hunter Renfroe, guys like that. That is well-rounded roster development and well-built roster. The Yankees are the exact opposite of that, where they have it so concentrated in the 2 and the 3 hole. all the other guys on that Kansas City team, I think, can hit very well. And they've got a great back end of the bullpen, which New York does not have. In fact, they're more known for blowing saves than anything else. And I gave that stat earlier in the year. Remember how Kansas City is like one of the best teams with runners in scoring position, how they mash the ball home? I will take that. I'm not going to say that Kansas City is going to blow this thing out of the water. I think this is going to be close. I'm thinking 5 games. And I think with how things are going for Kansas City as of late, they just beat the Orioles. They're more hot right now. New York kind of limped into the postseason, if I'm being totally honest. Aaron Judge had a really cold streak and limped into the postseason.
No, he had like 5 home runs in a row, dude. What are you talking about?
Whatever. But that's not everything. And Judge has also had his
he wasn't cold. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't cold.
But he wasn't great either.
Great. A home run every day for 5 games?
That's not no. That is completely separate. I'm talking about the 20 days before that. He didn't have a single home run. Then he got hot in the end, like you said. But he's also had his struggles in the postseason, like Garrett Cole. So, all those things considered, I would say with the pitching that Kansas City has, along with the well-rounded lineup that has been known to hit with runners in scoring position, I'm taking Kansas City.
Oh, look at you going Kansas City. What say you, Glenn?
Oh, geez, I don't know where to begin after that rant, Eric.
Man, I don't even know anymore.
94 win season, Eric.
94 wins, yes.
Contrary to what Carter is telling you, the Yankees are hot. Don't let their 5-5 mark heading in the last 10 games fool you. This is a good team. Eric, their on-base percentage is .332. It's best in the major leagues, best in the American League and the major leagues. The league average just around the 300 mark. They play well on the road. Then Carter talked about pitching. The Yankees went out and got a pitcher by the name of Hill. I think he's one of the best additions to any roster. He's 34 years old, sidearm, and he gets ground balls. This roster, this pitching, not a doubt in my mind. This could be a sweep, boys. This could be a sweep.
Yeah.
A sweep.
I like Kansas
and
City.
This is a prime case, Eric,
uh-huh.
of you can't let your heart pick the winner. And
I tell you what, one thing, Kansas City will stay in it because of their pitching. They got some excellent pitching, and that could potentially neutralize some of the strengths of the Yankees. But I can't see Kansas City. I'll root for Kansas City, but I just cannot see them losing the series to New York. If it happens, that would be something. Then again, if it does happen, there's a certain individual I'm excited about. You know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Hey, Carter, who wins game 1 tomorrow?
Who wins game 1?
Yeah, who wins game 1?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Bronx. They're in the Bronx. This is like New York's buzzing. I think Garrett Cole pitches okay. And
all right. I think Kansas City's by the 7th inning, they'll be talking on television that they've got to get more than 3 hits if they're going to beat the Yankees.
Garrett Cole, again, has Clayton Kershaw syndrome. He's not the best postseason performer. Ask Boston what they did to him.
Boston always owns. Boston owns Garrett Cole. Actually, specifically, Rafael Devers.
Remember what we did to him when we faced him in that wild card game again in Pittsburgh. We shelled him and we made it look easy. And I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
There was, I think it was 2014. Who started that game?
It was not Cole. It was the lefty. What's his name? It was a lefty. He was having a good year, but no, it was not Garrett Cole who started game 1.
Okay, sorry. No, I'm thinking of the Cubs when they played him in 2016. My bad. But Cole, he's a good pitcher in the regular season, but when he plays in the postseason, he can get beat by much better hitting than him. And yes, Boston owns him.
Liriano, that's who it was. Francisco Liriano. That's who was pitching against the Giants.
No, that's my bad. That's very bad memory for me. But
you weren't even born yet.
Funny. Hilarious. Oh my God. Okay.
All right. I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying.
No, but here we go. It's like, I do think that because it's in the Bronx, the first game, I think Waka is going to pitch admirably. But it's
3-2, right? 3 games.
Yeah.
3 games at the division, the one who won the division, and then, well, not necessarily won the division, but who had the best record.
2 games in New York.
It's 3-2, right? It's 3-2. Is that how the series works? Pretty sure.
You've basically got to win. No, I think it's 2 games at the Bronx. Then they're going to go for another game in Kansas City.
Is it 2-2-1? Is that how it is?
2-2-1.
2-2-1?
I think it's 2-2-1.
I thought it was 3-2.
Unless there's some unknown rule change I'm unaware of.
Does anyone know? Is it 3-2? It is 2-2-1. Thank you, Alive.
Okay, there we go. But I think because of it's in the Bronx, it's going to be rocking. People are going to be having a lot of fun. I think. No, he is a stud in the playoffs. Sometimes he's a stud, but people don't remember him for his good moments.
Either are a stud or you're not.
Carter, you can't have it both ways, my friend.
I don't.
You imagine the poor look on that horse's face, Eric.
Does everybody remember what happened in Boston?
Some days, but some days you're not.
2022 Boston Red Sox, Garrett Cole. Does anybody
Boston
remember
Red Sox own Garrett Cole?
Yes, they do.
Team. It's just that team. That's all it is.
Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Cubs 2016. He gets owned by the Cubs. He's not a great postseason pitcher. And if he was such a great postseason pitcher, why haven't any of the teams he's been on won a World Series?
He's 10-6 with a 2.9.
I'll take a 2.9 anytime.
That's good.
Sure.
Don't look at the win-loss because you got to worry about your team scoring runs. Look at the ERA. Sub-3 ERA. That's good. If not great.
But I think the original thing was who's going to win this game in the Bronx?
Yeah, who wins game 1?
New York. New York's going to win the Bronx.
Okay. You know what? Okay, go ahead.
As we get back to Kansas City, and as the series goes on, I think they're going to take one in New York. They're going to take one game, I think. And then they're going to head
game
back
2 then.
Sorry? Yeah, game 2. It'll be in game 2. And then as they get back to Kansas City, they're going to have Reagans and Lugo come out, and they're going to try and stifle the New York's arms, bats. I think that's what's going to happen.
I think there's a difference between trying and stifling them and stifling them.
They're going to stifle them. Cole Reagans is one of the best pitchers in this postseason. He's been incredible.
I don't know, Eric. I don't know, Carter.
He made the Baltimore Orioles look like fools.
Baltimore was sucking it up, though. Baltimore was bad.
Overmatched in this series. I don't know why we're even talking about it.
I got Kansas City still.
Hey, real quick, who's winning? New York, Philadelphia, game 1?
Jesus, I think with Zach Wheeler's experience, it's going to be the Phillies.
And you know what? Going back to that real quick before I think Glenn, you already told us what it's going to be. We'll get back to it though. Live Insurance. Was it a Live Insurance that said it? I can't remember, guys. Someone in the chat said it. Maybe they're throwing Kodai Senga because they know it's going to be a wash with Zach Wheeler going. So it's like you got nothing to lose anyway. So throw Kodai Senga game 1.
That's not reasonable.
I'm thinking the opposite, Eric. And tell you why.
So.
I think Kodai Senga. I mean, Kodai Senga entered last year and this year as their number 1 pitcher. They're throwing their number 1 pitcher against a team that hasn't played in about 10 days. I think.
Yes, but he hasn't played all season, though.
Philadelphia, if the Mets win tomorrow, it's because the Phillies are primed for the picking.
I know. The reason why I say that, Kodai Senga pitched 1 game this season. 1 game.
He did great in that game, but it's
get out of here, Carter.
I'm not saying he's gonna win.
Come on, man.
I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm not,
dude.
But
what are you doing, dude? But that 1 game, he was.
It was a great game. I watched that game. It was a really good game.
Dude, he's coming back from injury.
No,
one game. I don't care about that 1 game, man.
I did not say it's gonna be a great game for him. I'm just saying he didn't pitch well. I went over this when I decided to go back and look at how he was doing. I think Kodai saying he's not going to do great. He's probably going to go for like 4 innings, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go very long.
He's going to go 4, I think, at most. I'm not saying it's going to be a good day for him. I'm just saying it's going to be an interesting day. If he deals out of the gate.
Senior is giving you the dude, bro, and man. He gave you all 3 of those.
Eric, we kept him in for 3. We might as well keep him in for 1 more, right? Want to go 1 more? Want him back for 1 more, Eric? We got this far.
Look at Ibrahim. Cut Carter some slack. He's exhausted from scouting to D-backs for the next series.
I'm leaving.
Oh,
I'm leaving the scoreroom, and I'm not coming back.
Ibrahim, fantastic, dude.
This is some BS, man. This is some BS.
It's not BS. You're saying some crazy talk, man.
Oh my God. It's not unreasonable. I can reason this very easily.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
San Diego, Los Angeles.
Oh, wait, you say Philadelphia, right, Carter? Glenn, you say
Philly.
Mets. I say Philly. All right, real quick.
Carter, what are you studying in school, by the way? What are you
Political
studying?
Science.
Okay, I hope that takes you in the proper direction because you are not, my friend, getting a job in professional sports as an analyst.
Hilarious.
Oh, man.
It's not meant to be hilarious. It's just the truth. I speak the truth.
These aren't unreasonable things I'm saying. I'm dissecting
Eric.
He's doubling down.
You know what, Eric?
What are you talking about?
Eric,
No,
you know what,
no.
Carter's philosophy is?
Listen,
Carter's new philosophy is scout the minor leagues, scout the high schools, and if the pitcher's 1-0, sign him. Sign that guy. He's 1-0. He didn't lose all year. Oh,
man, that's not the point. I did not say that about.
He's He's unbeaten.
I am not pitching wins.
He must be good. Oh, sign him now.
Oh,
he's doubling down.
Okay, these are what I am doing with these games. What I am doing with these games. It's not about I'm doing the heart thing. No, I'm actually looking at the teams and I'm dissecting them and seeing how it stacks up against the other team. And Philly versus New York, that's obvious to me. Detroit versus Cleveland. Cleveland's not a great offensive team all the time. So I think Detroit can do that.
You guys are killing me.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't even gotten to the last game. And
Not yet. Not yet.
I will not. Hey, I want to listen.
I'm coming out of the foxhole.
I want this on record. I want this on record. If I am right about this, I want a formal apology.
No, get out of here. Formal apology.
I want a formal apology.
You know what you can do with that formal apology? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell you what you can do with that formal apology. Look at Mike. Mike, thank you for the statistics. Jose Ramirez versus the Tigers this season. 13 games, 347,
right, but I want the other
5 home runs, 12 RBIs.
Yeah.
Not just one game.
Do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said?
Not just one?
Not just one.
Do you remember what I said about Jose Ramirez? I think he's going to do well. I think Ramirez is going to be the thing that runs the Cleveland offense. The question is, Stephen Kwan, Josh Naylor, Andres Jimenez.
Wait a sec. Now we're back on the Cleveland game? Good Lord.
No, okay.
Tracking you two. And
we just want to know. Detroit, Cleveland, who wins game 1?
Who wins game 1?
Cleveland.
Who wins game 1?
Cleveland, probably. No, probably Cleveland.
Okay.
I'll take Cleveland winning game 1.
I say Cleveland.
I'll go
Cleveland, they have a starting pitcher who's been doing okay this year.
By the way, it's good to know we've got professionals who drop by to set Carter straight.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I've never disagreed. Oh, yeah, Garrett Cole. He's an awful player. No, he's not a bad player.
You came on here 5 minutes ago and said he's a terrible player in the postseason.
Yeah, he's really bad in the postseason. He's horrible in the postseason. What do you mean?
Horrible in the postseason.
He's so bad. Cubs, 2016.
My God, Eric.
Cubs, 2016.
Eric. Okay, let me calm down for a minute. Let me get Eric.
Oh my God.
He's got me wound up today. Eric, the guy comes on and says he's not a good postseason pitcher, but he pitches good in the postseason. He's not bad in the postseason, but in the postseason, he's really bad. I give up.
Glenn,
Guys, it's been a long time since I've had to wave the towel. I give up.
Can you hear me? Glenn, Eric, hello.
My God, I think we should have got Charnol on with his picks. Charles, I never thought I'd say this. I never thought in the world of dreams I'd say this, but Charnol, can you save Eric and I?
Yes, Charnol, can you
We're
save
going
us?
down. Oh,
Brother, man.
Listen, we only got one more before I just collapse. San Diego.
Oh, here we go.
LA.
San Diego.
No,
Who
we
wins
can't
the
leave
series?
that where it is. What? I didn't get to respond.
No. Okay,
There
who's
is no
winning?
response.
Who's winning the San Diego and Los Angeles series?
San Diego.
All right, thanks for coming out for the show tonight.
No.
God.
This is
No. I agree with him on that.
San Diego. San Diego. It's not going to be close, in my opinion. Not even mildly.
I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be close.
Mm-mm.
I think it's gonna be close, but I don't think it's gonna be no blowout or nothing.
I've said
I got
this.
the LA Dodgers.
Mm-mm.
You got Dodgers?
No way. No way. Listen,
They could. No, they could. There is. I mean, their lineup is potent, man. Their lineup is freaking dynamite, and that's what they're gonna do. They'll bludgeon. So if the Padres pitching is not on, forget about it, dude. Forget about it.
And regardless of whether they win game 1 or 2, now I'm bold enough to go. Yamamoto strikes out 9 tomorrow.
I don't see that. I can't.
That's
see
my
that.
prediction.
Okay.
But then again, I predicted that Jung Hoo's going to bat 326 next year, so I'm willing to take a risk.
And you say my takes are outlandish. Jesus.
That's not outlandish.
That's not outlandish.
At least I can out. At least I have back anything I bring. At least I've got notes, and I have some.
I do the
backing.
same. I do the exact same.
All right,
I know.
hey chat. You guys have your scapegoat. If the Padres does not win, we know who to blame. We know who to blame. But no,
Every network, every radio station, every media outlet, Eric, they need a guy
No
like
way, they're
Carter.
all
So no
picking
matter
on him.
how bad you and I have a bad day, no matter how bad it is, it's not that bad.
what's up, buddy?
Okay.
I like
so
San Diego.
I'll start by saying this. Okay. The Dodgers pitching staff has one good experienced playoff pitcher. One.
That's
Okay.
it.
Yamamoto has never pitched in an MLB postseason. Neither has Landon Knack. Yes, Yamamoto is a great player. He's got some of the best stuff in the game. I mean that. Okay. I'm going to give him credit for that. But he's also coming off the IL as of late. He hasn't pitched a lot of innings this year. He's also probably only going to go a couple innings. Yeah, he'll strike out a couple people. That's not unfair. He's a great strikeout guy, and he's an incredible pitcher. I'm giving him credit, by the way. I'm not giving him BS. I'm not going to say, oh, he's turning into the Japanese version of Clayton Kershaw. No, I'm giving him credit for this. He's a great pitcher. I think that he's got the stuff to succeed in the postseason, but he's also inexperienced. He doesn't know what it's like to pitch in the MLB postseason yet. I think he will do well, possibly, but we don't know because he hasn't pitched a lot of innings this year. He's coming off an injury, and he hasn't been pitching like deep into games yet this year after his injury. So I think for that reason, he will do well for the time that he plays. But then I think Dylan Cease is going to go like 6 innings for a shut piece.
Here's a question. Has Dylan Cease ever pitched in a playoff series ever? I don't think he has. Dylan Cease has?
With the White Sox when they were like in that era, when they were like
Wait, no. He did face the Astros or the Braves, right? He played against the Braves. Because I'm thinking is because Yamamoto, he's played in front of the big lights, the bright lights, I should say, with the World Baseball Classic. So I think maybe he has a little bit of an edge there, maybe just a tad. But Dylan Cease had a fantastic year, and I'm going to say it's the Padres. I like what the Padres are doing. They seem to be firing on all cylinders. The only thing that concerns me with the damn Padres is their closer in Suarez.
Oh, God, that guy is so scary.
That guy, I mean, he's got great stuff, but man, that guy he's been a little bit unreliable lately.
He's not one of those closers where you're calm. You're always worried that he's going to mess it up somehow.
I'm concerned about that. But the Dodgers pitching, I mean, after Yamamoto, it drops off.
It's Yamamoto and Flaherty. It's Yamamoto and Flaherty, basically. And Flaherty, I'll give credit. He's a great postseason pitcher. But it's basically he's the only starting pitcher with any experience in the postseason. And Landon Knack doesn't. Yamamoto doesn't. Yes, Yamamoto has played in the World Baseball Classic, but that's one game like knockout.
Yeah, but that's huge. That's a big stage. I mean, that's probably more rabid than what this is going to be. Don't get me wrong. Petco Park is going to be, well, you're actually going to be he's going to be in friendly territory in LA, but yeah, it's going to be something.
It's going to be rocking out there.
You boys.
There we go. All right. Oh, who wins game 1?
Wait, I haven't given my take yet.
Oh, go. Oh, sorry about that, Glenn. Looked right over you.
Okay. I'm already wound up. Don't twist my head right off. All right. So once again, you both seem to think the Dodgers have no pitching. I question that. Yamamoto, Carter said, I think he goes couple innings. Usually what's couple, Carter? You think he goes 2 innings? Couple?
I think he goes 4. He's going to go
that's
4.
more than a couple. I've never heard anybody say couples 4.
It's
a few is usually 3. 4 is like 4. So, all right, he says he goes 4. I say Yamamoto goes 6+ if he's competitive in this game. Don't forget, the guy had a bad outing in his major league debut. His ERA was about 29. Do you know what his ERA is? 3. And you know what it takes to bring your ERA to 3 from 29? The guy was 7-2 this year. He pitched 90 innings and struck out 105, and his whip is 1.11. I think one of the surprises in this series, if you can look for a Cinderella story, I think the ace in the hole for the Dodgers might be Tommy Edman. Eric has said on this show several times, many times in the past, but several times in the past few days, you win with defense and pitching. I think the Dodgers are going to surprise you in the pitching right out of the gate tomorrow. Tommy Edman, shortstop, outfielder. Dodgers have tried to get him for a while. Played for the Sox, the Cardinals. Plays basically he's
every damn position,
versatile,
but catcher and his pitching. Yeah,
he can switch hit, and I think he's a big bat off the bench. We all know about the bats that'll be in the lineup regardless. I don't have to.
I like what you're saying about Tommy Edman. He could be a factor.
So that is my take. I don't agree with either of you guys about the Dodger pitching. Time will tell which side we're on. One of us is right, one of us is wrong. So I'm picking the Dodgers. This could be a sweep.
A sweep? Ooh, we'll see what happens. Mike has a question. How will the Padres handle their starting rotation with the news of Joe Musgrove? We talked about it in the beginning, Mike. With this 5-game series, you just need 3 starting pitchers, so they're fine because you got Cease, King, and Darvish, so they should be fine as far as the DS is concerned. Once you start getting it, if they advance to the CS and maybe the World Series, then you're having to figure out something for that.
Hey, Benji.
What's up, Benji? Oh, he's going to the game. Right on, dude. Sweet. You're going to have to join us, man, right after the game.
We want to hear all the dirt. Yeah.
Yes.
Hear all the details.
What was I going to say? Oh, my gosh. Okay. Glenn, you know that first game that he had a really bad game, Yamamoto, you know what team it was against?
The Padres.
San Diego Padres.
Diego Padres. I'm not saying they have his number, but they have a good chance. If they can figure him out.
First game of the season, Carter. I'm not going to go there. I'm rooting for the Padres, but that was the first game.
Yeah,
of the
but
season.
you can't see again. You have to have some sort. So Carter comes with okay, fine. First game of the year. Who was it against? The Padres.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the score in the game, Eric?
No.
I'll look it up. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say it was 16-12. So who the hell pitched back? Who the Padres? What are we comparing them to? Oh my God! It was a Padre night, an opening.
Wasn't
night.
it Dylan
They didn't even play in North America, Eric.
Wasn't it Dylan Cease that started that first game too?
No, he was injured. I talked to him.
Was he injured?
Against us later in the year.
I talked to him the day after he got back to San Diego. I went down. I met with him for lunch that day. Remember I told you, Eric?
Oh, that's right.
That was the day I had. I was talking about. I got all my stuff signed by Wilmer.
Yep, I remember that.
Oh, baby, that was almost seems like yesterday.
Man, that's the season, isn't it?
I'm just curious now. Now that see Carter came in wild with the stats and the hype. I'm gonna go find out. Thanks for taking that down. That was getting crazy. I'm just curious what that score was, Eric.
Taking a gander.
I'm taking a gander.
Taking a gander.
Don't goose me.
I'm gonna check this too.
MLB. It's my first time with a new app, so I've never used an app before. I'm trying to figure.
He didn't make it an inning. It was he got. I have the stat line here if y'all want it.
From opening night?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yamamoto goes 1 inning, giving up 4 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, 2 Ks, and had a 45 ERA. And that's, his first game. So it's, of course, going to be inflated.
What about the Padres, though?
Give me a second. I'll go back to that. Oh, shoot. That's bad. Jesus Christ. That's really bad. Let me just get the box score, and I'll make sure this is accurate. Okay, yeah. That's very bad. Oh, my gosh. Joe Musgrove goes 2.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 Ks.
First game of the season. I don't put nothing into that, man.
Fair enough.
Actually, it was second game of the year. I misspoke.
Oh, was it?
Second game of the year. It was 15-11. So to say that, oh my God, we're going to win. Yamamoto sucked an opening night with the Padres. Didn't do well either. So
I'm not too worried about that. This is going to be fun, man. Both lineups are on. I love the Padres lineup. You got Tatis and Machado and Bogarts and Profar and Arias and Cronenworth. And who else is out there?
Merrill?
Someone I'm missing. Of course, Merrill. Yes. Man.
So I love that guy. He's so good.
And Padres right now, they're in their groove right now, man. They're a good team. It's going to be fun to watch, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, look at Merrill. That's who I'd say if is going to be a really good player this series. Watch Merrill. I think he's going to do a really good job.
Donnie Barrels, absolutely. Yep.
Donnie Barrels, man.
yeah, but I still think you guys are picking more with your heart.
Nick Ahmed, I can't believe it. I know alive.
Nick Ahmed is just an NL West merchant.
I don't even know what the hell that's all about, dude. Unbelievable.
Donovan Solano might be a bench player for the Dodgers, Eric.
No, I know. I get it.
No, I mean, he plays first base, and who's in front of him at first base?
But there would be nowhere on the field for him. Betts and Freeman and Ohtani and Smith
And it's gonna
and
let's not mince any words. Shohei Ohtani is gonna show up big time.
Sure.
He is not gonna be denied. That's the one guy in that lineup that.
How do we know, Eric?
What if he goes 0 for 5?
Have you seen him? Have you seen him in the postseason before, Eric?
This is his first time.
But this is my new logic. I'm starting to take new logic. He might not play well tomorrow, Eric. He's never been in the postseason.
Yeah, he's never been in the postseason. I mean that.
Never.
You need to experience the postseason first, and then you play better.
He's been in the
World Baseball
Classic.
better. He'll play better just showing up.
Hold
what
on.
if he goes 0 for 5 with 3 Ks?
Ohtani won the World Baseball Classic. Do you remember what he did in the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, of course I remember what he did.
He struck out Mike Trout to win.
That was
the
badass. Of course,
Dude,
that was
the
cool.
guy is going to be fine in the playoffs.
Well, this is different. It's vastly different.
You know, they say the pressures of the postseason, you sweat. He's going to make the other players sweat.
Set. It's a 5-game set. Yeah, you can win 1 game, but then you can lose the next 3 and it's over.
World Baseball Classic, it's like you lose and you're pretty much out.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a series. So it's not a 1 game and you're gone.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There's a massive difference there. If he wins the first game, big whoop. That's great. But now you got to win the next 2.
No, I
don't agree with it. WBC means nothing.
You're playing the
best players in the world. I think it's awesome. I love the WBC. That's an awesome competition.
Those 2 lineups head to head.
That WBC is wild. You want to talk about an atmosphere? That's what I'm talking about. There's an atmosphere. It's big time, man.
No, and it's no slugs.
It's like a lot of people said. Baseball won. Baseball won that night when Ohtani and Trout squared off. Baseball won. It was an incredible night, and yeah, it means something, in my opinion.
Eric, I'm going to take a break because we've already won tonight having Carter on the show.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that should be awesome, Benji. Take a lot of pictures. That would be pretty cool. Only thing is, man, if they come over too fast, you ain't gonna be able to see them. But they should go over slow, and then once they get over the top, maybe they'll kick the burners in. That'll be a lot of fun. It's better if it's more than 2. You got to get a flight. Get 4 of them flying over. That's way better. That looks way much better. But then again, it's only the DS. Maybe they do that for the World Series.
No, World Series for sure. I mean, I think that this is going to be so fun. These next,
dude,
this is going to be so fun. Like,
I cannot wait, dude. Dude, so far the playoffs have not disappointed. Not at all, dude. This is what I love about freaking playoff baseball. You just never know until that last out is recorded. You just don't know what may happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's awesome.
I love just the chaos, the endless volatility. There's just so much about it. That's why it's so hard to make predictions in playoff baseball. You can be completely wrong.
Oh, absolutely. It's just fun. Look, making predictions is a lot of it is just it's guesses, man.
No, it is
guesstimating. Now, don't get me wrong. There is certain, hey, look, this is what's going on, and you could kind of make a much better decision. But a lot of it is just again, you're guessing.
I mean, like last year's World Series. I mean, like, could anyone have predicted the Diamondbacks and the Rangers making the World Series?
Right.
If you pick them to win the World Series or one of them to make it, you're either a liar or a liar, in my opinion.
And here's the thing. Sometimes I've said this a couple of times on the show. A lot of times you have your regular cast of characters who are going to go out there and produce. But then you have those guys who you never expected to come through in the moment, come through. Sal Frelick yesterday, Jake Bauers yesterday for the Brewers. They both go back to back. You think Brewers are in the driver's seat, right? But then you have the guy who you expect to do something, and Pete Alonso changed the whole direction of the game. So that's what I love about baseball, man. You just don't know. It's the story that unfolds, man. It's just nothing is better than that. I absolutely love it.
It's funny. You know what's actually hilarious? Everyone says, okay, ha ha ha, funny. Listen, I want to say this about my predictions, okay? There is someone who is worse than me at predictions. You know what's funny? I'm not going to say I learned from him, which is scary because I don't want to be the one who jinxes everything. But last year, you know who he picked for the World Series? The Tampa Bay Rays and the Milwaukee Brewers. And the teams that won those series, the Diamondbacks and the Texans, the Rangers, ended up going to the World Series. That's ultimate jinx, in my opinion. Listen, I know I've missed a couple of things, but that's worse. Come on, man.
Look at Carter. Don't look at over here. Nothing to see here. What did that guy do, man? Dude, you had a couple of misses.
I had a couple misses. Of course,
Arizona.
I did.
Arizona.
Did I hear what I?
You heard it.
I need another break. This is too much.
I know. Look at that.
I never am going to get a break from this, am I? The Diamondback shit is going to hang over my head till the day I die.
You said they were going to win a division.
Today's my birthday, boys, and I don't know if I'll live to see another day.
Oh. Did I actually say that?
I don't believe
you said they're going to win the division, didn't you?
The Diamondbacks.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't remember.
They're going to win the NL West.
I don't remember this, by the way.
Did Carter say I was over on the other side? Did Carter say I missed on a few?
Yeah, I missed on a few. Don't give me crap for this.
You're killing me. I need air conditioning. I might need it mouth to mouth, and I'll take it from Eric at this point. I'm dying.
Hey.
You're killing me.
This is y'all have air conditioning. I don't. This thing up here does not work.
This has turned out to be a hell of a show, hasn't it? Great opening hour.
I'm never gonna live this down.
Ibrahim, this show is so educational. I always learn something. Today I learned Cole is not a good postseason pitcher.
He's not a good postseason pitcher. The numbers.
Stop with the numbers. The numbers show that he is, dude.
That doesn't matter for Boston, does it? Or the
Stop
Cubs.
going to Boston.
Boston won the World Series.
Going to Boston.
The Cubs won the World Series. Boston won the World Series.
Oh, you guys are too much.
Because of Garrett Cole.
Oh my God, dude.
That's just the truth, by the way.
I agree, Robert, and it's not ending anytime soon. We're going to be into the hundreds until I think Monday. Freaking ridiculous. We're in freaking October, man. Why are we freaking in 100 degrees?
Playoffs.
God.
Dude, it's here. It's even worse, by the way. Out there.
Things are heating up.
No lie.
Carter, just blame your decisions on the Heat. There you go. You got,
I made those consciously. These aren't hot takes. These are reasonable. They are reasonable takes. I'm not making these decisions. Oh my God, there's no freaking way, man.
That may be the quote of the night.
I don't even go out for Halloween. Jesus. This is why
reasonable. Reasonable.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Come on,
Yes,
dude.
they are reasonable takes. Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay.
How can you say they're reasonable? Just say, all you gotta say, those are my takes, and that's just what I feel,
Thanks,
think,
Benji.
whatever. And don't say reasonable. There's nothing reasonable about those takes.
Okay. Can I explain?
And there's a reason why the chat has
instead of
turned
you guys
against
treat me
everybody.
like an alcoholic. Okay. Let me say this first, okay? When I am making these predictions or thinking about this, oh no.
Nice, Johnny.
I hate this, man.
Nice there,
Oh,
Johnny.
an old Romo line right there. That's great.
Yep, the Tandy. Nice. Gosh. Just a minute, Carter. It's okay.
Okay. Allow me to. I don't get to defend myself. do I?
Oroku, he ain't messing around. Dude should be banned till after the World Series.
No, I will not stop making predictions. I'm going to be right, by the way.
I think Benji sums it up the best, Derek. Short and sweet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not coming back.
Oh
this
my
is
God,
great.
dude. Reasonable.
Can I
Anyway,
just please explain myself if you don't
I
mind?
thought this-
instead of you
I
just
thought
tweeting
we
it?
had a
Dude,
nice
explain.
start.
You have explained yourself. What do you want to?
No, I have not. You have not let me
Dude,
explain myself.
all you're doing is you're throwing dirt on yourself, man. You've
No,
dug the
I'm not.
grave.
Fuel on the
You
fire,
need the
more
grave,
like it.
and you're bringing the dirt upon yourself, dude. That's what you're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna
heat
do
stroke.
this
I'm
right
about
now.
to just have a stroke. This is you guys are killing me. This is too
Unbelievable.
much.
Okay, here we go.
I
Hold
thought
on.
reviewing the four
Hold on.
games tomorrow would be simple, nice casual conversation. Boy,
Yeah.
was I wrong.
I tell you what, he wants to make his case. Carter,
Okay, when I make these decisions and when I talk about baseball, I look at the advantages and disadvantages of these teams. I look at how they stack up against the other teams, whether it's record or whether it's certain players and how they play against those teams. I don't disagree. One of the things that someone said earlier, Ramirez does very well against the Tigers. That's true. But who else on the guards lineup does well against the Tigers? I'd like that information. When I am making these decisions, they're usually based on some level of information about these teams and how well they're doing. You know why I think the Dodgers are going to lose? Their pitching staff's injured. You know why I think the Guardians are going to lose? Because their offense isn't great and Detroit's pitching is actually really good. You know why I think the Mets are going to lose against the Phillies? Because their pitching is really good and they're a different monster. I make these decisions based on the flaws and pluses of all these teams. They're not based upon, some heart feeling. No, they're based on objective facts, the truth about certain teams. These aren't based on, I'm just picking however my whim is. No, I'm picking them based on information that I've gathered from watching baseball. So when I say the Dodgers are going to lose, it's not because, I hate the Dodgers, though I do that. It's because I think their pitching staff's so beaten up, I don't think they're going to do it. When I look at the Mets, they're a great team. They have a lot of momentum right now, but the Phillies are a different monster. I think that because they're pitching, they're going to beat them. When I look at teams like the Guardians versus Detroit, Detroit's got really good pitching, and the Guardians offense can stagnate whenever they only rely on Jose Ramirez and nobody else can hit. When I look at, for example, New York Yankees versus Kansas City, I say this, the Yankees, their pitching is sometimes good, but it's hot and cold. Carlos Rodon's a wild card. Luis Gil is a wild card. Garrett Cole, I want to be clear about all those stats, okay? Yes, that's true. The stats in the ERA say he's a really good postseason pitcher, but that's not the only thing you can factor in. The Cubs in 2016, when they faced him, they shelled him. The Boston Red Sox in 2018, when they made their magical run, they shelled him. Garrett Cole has been at the center of many collapses from many teams, not to mention the way he played with Houston against the Nationals. A lot of these things aren't based on my heart or my feelings about it. It's based upon a collection of information that I've gathered. And I make predictions off of that. And to be clear, information isn't always correct. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes there are anomalies. Sometimes things just are weird. Did anyone expect Peter Alonso to hit that home run off of Devin Williams, who had been a lights out closer? No. But it happened either way. It's not based upon my heart, okay? None of this is based on feeling or just a random jolt of thought through my head. It's based upon just a collection of information. The reason why I think Kansas City is going to beat the Yankees, it's very simple. They've got great pitching. The Yankees pitching is a wild card. The Yankees on the lineup, they only have Judge and Soto kicking ass and taking names. Everybody else is a question mark, in my opinion. The Royals are a more well-built lineup. Maikel Garcia, Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, Salvador Perez. That's better built. This isn't a feeling thing, okay? This isn't my heart picking stuff. This is just a collection of information.
Carter, under cross-examination, I'd like you to you've made the comment before the court that you don't pick with this. This is all stats related. This is statistical. This is basically a deep dive. So I have to ask, where did the Arizona Diamondbacks come into this equation for you?
Okay, the Arizona Diamondbacks was a pick based on a number of things. One, I thought their pitching. Okay. The pitching for them most of the year and last year in the postseason was really good. Zach Gallen had been really, really good.
Why do you always talk about last season?
It's not just last season. I'm basing this on this season too.
They didn't make the playoffs.
No, they didn't. But I was when the playoffs.
They couldn't beat the Giants.
That's true. That is true. I'm not disagreeing with that, Glenn. But I'm making these
pick on you anymore. Dude, you make it too easy.
I'm looking at this on paper. Okay. Part of the time I'm looking at this on paper. Part of the time I'm looking at what I see. So I was thinking about the Diamondbacks like this. Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Brandon Pfaadt, Eduardo Rodriguez. I thought those pitchers were going to do very well if they made it to the postseason. And this was with the notion of, this is with the notion of they were going to make it. This isn't the world that we're living in now. This is the world that we were living in a couple weeks ago. Okay, so when I looked at that, I looked at the pitching staff. I looked at the bullpen. I was like, wow, AJ Puck and a lot of those other guys, like Justin Martinez and a lot of those other bullpen people, they're going to be great. And I figured Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, and a lot of these other guys like Brandon Pfaadt, I thought they were going to do well too. But obviously things didn't go that way. And not to mention, they have the number one offense in pretty much every statistical category, whether it's batting average, slugging percentage, or on-base percentage. They were also number one with runners in scoring position. This wasn't based on feeling. This was based on the information they had given me. What I'd seen from them as a team told me, oh yeah, this team, if they make it to the postseason, they're going to play great.
Eric? Or is Eric?
It's reasonable.
Eric's given up. He's like, I don't even want to go there.
You're not talking because it's reasonable.
All right.
What about the Astros?
The Astros? 7 straight ALCSs. 7 straight ALCSs. I didn't think this was going to be a difference. I thought they were going to beat the Tigers because I know what that team can do in the playoffs. I figured the experience of Altuve, Bregman, Yordan, Tucker, and all these other guys, not to mention the class pitching staff they had, I figured that team was going to do well against the Tigers. They would beat them quickly, and they would move on. That was my logic. And they had played well. And another thing I want to mention, they had a really bad start to the season, but then they played themselves back in, despite having a 10-game games back against the Mariners. They continued to play well, even though their team was beaten up and they were bad. So I said to myself, oh yeah, this is a team that's done it before. They've came back from a lot of adversity this season. They still have the great players they have in their lineup, guys who I know can do what they do. So I figured, all those things considered, being a complete team, that they would do well.
All right.
See?
I think I've had enough, Eric.
None of this is unreasonable.
All right. He made his case.
All right.
Thank you.
Gentlemen
Thanks
of
for
the
coming
jury,
on.
you can make your decision based on his arguments.
Oh, I believe the jury to my right here.
Man, they're gonna kill me, bro. Like seriously. This is a tampered. This jury has been tampered with.
What
Like,
is
I
that?
don't
What are you
wanna-
talking about?
Eric, I didn't want
What
to
are you
call
talking
anybody
about?
out or anything, but I mean, I mean,
I don't need an intervention. I'm not drunk. I'm not high. Come on.
Oh man. Oh, a poll. Here we go.
Oh, you're gonna pull me? That's crazy.
Okay. Senior. Smell what you're stepping in.
Oh, so freaking
okay, here we
you
go.
know, next time we have Carter on the show, we got to vet him or something because there could be truth to this.
I am not Zaidi's son. That's so crazy. I would be so
No.
bad at baseball
Full
operations,
time.
by the way.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
be good at it.
Word on the street now has Carter a close relation to Farhan Zaidi.
I do not have a close relation to that.
Okay, well if you're okay, well then Carter is Farhan. Farhan is Carter.
Not true. Not true. You can't prove this, by the way. All right. So, did we put out the poll or?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. Do 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 do.
Here we go.
Oh, geez. I literally have a headache now.
There we are. The
I'm still
poll's
starting
up
to get
there, guys.
Well,
The
I can't lie. I'm
poll
starting to get there too. It's like
is
building
up
on this
there.
side of the head.
The cranial pressure is too much.
Cranial pressure.
Oh.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. Polls out there, guys.
Man,
What's the
let's
poll?
see what
I
you
can't
guys
see
think.
it. Give it to us, Eric, for those who can't see it.
man, everybody's gonna just be hating.
Has Carter successfully defended his argument? 12 votes are in.
I think it's going to be a unanimous sweep.
It's not unanimous. He's got some.
Really?
I actually
One-
have some.
Currently 15 votes. 20% yes, 80% no.
Oh my gosh, this is some bullshit. Okay.
You know, Eric, let's just look at. Let me look. You do the poll. I'm going to take a look at the chat. I want to see if it's like the Caitlin Clark Rookie of the Year bidding. I want to see if the people who voted against will actually come out and, or are they going into hiding?
No, I think people I think are messing around. Maybe they're maybe I think he's getting a sympathy vote. That's what he's getting. He's
Yeah.
getting a sympathy vote. 16 votes, 81
I have-
19.
It's a
Man,
big campus over there. He's probably
friends?
got his cast of
What friends?
characters watching the show tonight. Oh,
there's no
Well-
way I'm not gonna get. Come on.
it's all in fun.
Carter is a young fella. He's still at that stage where he thinks he's smarter than his seasoned elders who've seen more.
I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. I'm just laying out the facts.
Oh, we know. We are
What's
aware
that?
of the first. We're aware of the first
Whoa.
part of that
He's
statement.
laying out the facts, he says.
I'm just giving you what I've told. I'm giving you the information, and then I'm giving my own opinion on that information.
You're giving
Whatever you
your
choose
own
to do with the facts is
opinion.
up to you.
You're giving your own opinion.
Look at
of
it. They're
what you have
rolling
been-
in, Eric. Sources say Carter is Farhan.
I'm
Farhan is
not.
taking over Carter's
not.
body. Some of them I can't bring up on the screen.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's what it's about, isn't it? Oh my God.
oh my
I'm
goodness.
tired of this, man.
He
I'm
doesn't
tired
even
of
know what to
this.
do with himself. Look at that. He's fit to be tied, guys. Fit to be tied.
Oh, it's straight jacket all time. We've reached that stage.
Oh, Farhan with hair.
Oh, this is too much.
How am I Farhan, by the way? I've done nothing to mess up our culture.
Yeah, we had to, it took a lot. It took a lot, but we make it happen here on the show.
Oh. Carter's not liking it at all.
Eric, guys in the chat, I'm literally crying here.
Oh
funny.
man.
Oh,
That
you know
shit
what,
is
Eric?
funny. Bro. that
All
was
right,
great.
Carter, we got to move on. That's thanks for coming.
Do we
on
have the
show.
poll? What are the results of the poll?
Oh, give us the results, Eric.
I'll just close it now. 83% no, 17% say yes.
This is some.
It's a
BS.
blowout.
Not a fair electorate. Not a fair electorate.
How old are you, Carter?
I'm 19.
Okay.
He's young.
My daughter's 18, and she just poked her head around the corner, and she goes, Dad, this is why I don't date.
Fucking bullshit. Come on, man. Let me go. I'm not coming back. I'm
Night,
not
Carter.
I'm not coming back.
Night.
This is so.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
We couldn't make this up if we tried.
Oh, dude. Oh my God.
Hey, I didn't mean to be harsh. I'm just like, I am just quoting. I'm just quoting.
Oh, damn, dude. Oh, bro. Oh, hold on. Gotta give me a minute here. Oh, man.
I have not laughed this hard in so long. Oh, Eric and I are going to need some meds after this show. Oh, jeez. They say laughter is the best medicine, but man, oh man, oh man. Jeez. Anyway, like I said to Eric, I thought this would be a nice, cozy, simple segment. I thought this would be a nice look at the 4 games tomorrow. Oh, Carter bringing the heat. This is great. I can't stop. Eric, come back and help me, man. I'm losing it. Oh. Oh, I think Eric literally needed a break from all of this, and he's left me on the show all by myself. Oh, my. So we got the Yankees playing tomorrow at home. Mets are on the road in Philadelphia. Eric mentioned to the show, I lined up Tommy D, and he covers both teams. He'll be at Yankee Stadium for the opening game against Kansas City tomorrow, and he's going to join us on the show tomorrow night to talk about what unfolds in Game 1. And he also covers the Mets on a part-time basis. So although the game is going to be on the road, he'll give us his take on the New York Mets, the opening round series, maybe what he thinks of the play of Pete Alonso, and if he thinks he's a good fit for the Giants, someone else in free agency, or perhaps should stick around in Flushing. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I'm going to make it through the rest of the show. I wouldn't even call this dying a slow death. I'm on the edge. Push me over the cliff. All right. Oh, you're back. I needed to save me, man.
Oh, God almighty. What in the hell? Wow. Woo-wee.
Well, as Eric would say,
dude.
It is what it is.
Oh, my God.
Pardon me for a minute.
I
didn't think the show, I didn't think it would go this, it would be derailed so easily.
Yeah, we had all the intentions of bringing you guys some quality baseball discussion, and it just
a nice friendly look at 4 simple games.
Oh Lord, man.
We should cut up a short.
Oh man.
He's not a great pitcher in the postseason, but he pitches well in the postseason.
Yeah, after Senior brought up the damn numbers, he still would have said worst pitcher in a postseason.
Oh, he was trying to save face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. For all your MLB picks, call 1-800-CARTER.
Come for
Oh,
baseball talk, stay for the roast. He roasted himself, guys.
Himself. He
Listen,
did it
we
himself.
didn't even have to say anything. You know that? I mean, it's not like we led him astray here.
No.
You know what? I swear to God, I said to this Eric off the air the other day, guys, I'll share this little tidbit with you. I said to Eric, we're going to have a new liner that airs during our shows that says, the views expressed are those of the speaker and not necessarily the management or the staff at Giants Sports Talk or Giants Playoff Sports Talk Live. I believe now more than ever, we need that at the beginning of the show.
100%. Oh, man.
You know, it's one thing if you and I go out on a limb or we bring our take, but at least you got some notes. You got something to back it up on.
Yeah.
But
that'd be nice.
Well, Houston played well 10 years ago. That doesn't cut it for me, Eric.
Oh,
geez. The Giants won in 10, 12, and 14. They must be good. I literally can't stop laughing. My eyes are burning from the tears.
I know, dude. Oh my gosh.
And you know, most nights I can, this is true. Most nights I can go to the chat and bring up the quote of the night. The quote of the night came from just down the hall here.
Yeah.
God, no. Thanks, Caitlin. Caitlin with the quote of the night. Dad, who is this guy? This is why I don't date.
Yeah.
I swear to God, though. I swear to God, if I want to go long, I'm going to book him a flight. He can meet me in Vegas. I'm just betting anything he picks. I'm betting against him.
I had to bring him on tonight for the picks because he's been doing such a fabulous job. we had to have him join us here on Giant Sports Talk Live. I should say, sorry, Playoff Sports Talk Live.
Addie, I swear, didn't you see her? Every time she goes by, the light goes on the other side there. So she's here.
Man.
She's like, who is this guy?
Oh, dear God.
Listen, this isn't just, Eric and Glenn picking. I message Eric at about 3:10 in the afternoon, twice a week. I go, Eric, you tune into the Northern California Network. You got to hear this show today. Eric's like, what's he talking about? I said, you just got to tune in and see.
Oh, man.
Can't stop laughing.
I know, dude. Oh, good stuff.
I don't know how to get it back on the rails. Oh, Jesus.
Good stuff.
I mentioned Carter's when you were away that Tom's on tomorrow night.
Everyone's gonna think we're a bunch of meanies, man, picking on a poor kid. He did it to himself, man. Come on.
I gotta blow my nose.
Exactly, Abraham. 100%. Props to Carter. 19 does an hour slot, takes a roast like a good sport. Yep.
Yeah, you know what? He does a good job in the afternoon. Even those takes are a little woo. He's pretty. Yeah. And you know what? We'll call it. His show is very entertaining, guys. If you haven't checked him out, 3:00 weekday afternoon for now. Carter in the afternoons on Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Look for the channel. Like his show.
Oh, brother, dude. I know what you can name it. Carter's Corner, the weirdo.
You want to step outside?
He's a communist.
Well, we learned something new here on the show, guys. Rules? There are no rules.
There are no rules. Rules? He has a. You might want to move
There it is. There it is. I want to move them to 3 a.m.
Oh man.
Oh, God. This show's got to be great for ratings. My God.
Damn, dude.
Eric, I
Hey.
literally, dude, I'm literally crying. Oh, I'm crying myself off the show.
Brother. Good stuff.
I might go back later and make it shorter. That's a great one. He's not
Carter's
good
new
in the
name.
postseason. But in the postseason, he pitches good. Like, I don't get it.
Carter's new show. This is some bullshit. He does it again. I want this in writing. If I get this right, I want a formal apology from everyone here.
But the problem is, Eric, he hasn't summed up. If he gets this right, what? All of those wild takes?
I don't know.
All of them?
Everybody, you got a written apology. Forward it to Carter's Corner in care of this is some bullshit. Oh, dear goodness, man.
Hey, do us a favor. I think we've earned it tonight. And you know, Eric, we don't do this, right? We don't go this route, guys, but please hit the like button tonight. I think we've given you your entertainment value by just tuning in on a Friday night for this.
Woo!
So if you haven't subscribed, and I know most of you guys in this channel have, hit the like button.
Man, dude. I did not see this coming.
It was a long day, and I was tired to begin with, so this just dropped me right over the cliff today.
Ooh.
Oh, Carter. Well, at least we know how he feels. How about Yankee pitching?
Yeah. Give the kid a raise.
Oh, when we had him on the show, guys, you missed his show the other day. I talked to Eric. I said, you got to go back and look at and you guys can as well. I think it was yesterday's show. If you join Carter, all his shows are up on the YouTube. All our shows, I think, are still on the YouTube. And so, Eric, my friend, I texted you. I said, sorry, I was tied up with something, but I was listening to Carter. He said, I wish I had got you live. Because I said, you got to go back and listen to today's Carter's Corner. He said, well, Glenn, why is that? And usually when I say something to Eric, he's like, why is that? But deep down,
yeah.
rockets are spinning like, uh-oh. Carter spent 20 minutes comparing why the Giants are as good or better than the LA Dodgers. So at that point, I stopped what I was doing. And you know what his reasoning was? He said, all right, guys, if you take Freeman, Ohtani, and Betts out of the Dodgers lineup,
Come on.
they compare quite favorably.
Take out a third of their lineup, man. Take out a third of their lineup, and they're pretty equal. Oh, come on, man.
I'm like, what is this, like Sandlot? We're playing 9-on-6 now. Let's even it up. 9 against 6 today, boys. Anyway.
Oh, man. Dear God. What is going on, man? Woo.
I'm going to need a shower after the show, man. Hey, you know what we might do, guys? You know, I'm getting close to wrapping up. I can't do this anymore. I might take a blow here, and then are you guys doing a late night sports talk tonight, Eric?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about going over and doing a late night. That's good. You can join Eric, and is Will going to be with you?
Should be. Yeah. I think he said he was going to get around me, find out what's going on.
Guys, this is just phase one. This is phase one. The show will continue over on Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Go find it.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button for God's sake on this one. Oh, bring up the banner again. Let's just before we go, Eric. Let's tell the guys why they should be liking our shows.
Oh, here, look at this. Check this out. Anyone a fanatic? Is there do we have any fanatics out there?
Any fanatics? Baseball fanatics?
Sports fanatics. Anyone a fanatic out there?
Somebody was on the show earlier in the chat, said right off the start of the show, said, Glenn, I love your hat. Where could I get
that was Kyle. That was Kyle. Yep.
Kyle, I'll tell you where you can get one. Fanatics.
What about fanatics, Glenn?
Guys, here's the drill. We want you to like our shows. We'd like you to like our shows. That's up to you. We want you to subscribe to. I'm going to be lucky. Pardon me. I'm going to be lucky if I can make it through the rest of the show, to be honest, Eric. So, guys, we want you to like the Giant Sports Talk Live channel and the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. They're both available on X and YouTube. Like the shows or subscribe. Then if you are so inclined, you can like our tonight. God, if we don't get a lot of likes for this one, I mean, the entertainment value tonight was off the charts.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
It was 100%.
So that is phase 2. Phase 3 is go over to Giants Sport.
Giant Sports Talk Live. Hold on, I'll put that up.
GiantSportsTalkLive.com. Go find us on the World Wide Web, our website. It's time to fill out another entry form.
There you go.
Each day we'll cross-reference if you've liked our show and you're subscribed to both channels. Each day you can go over to the website. I know this is getting confusing, but you'll figure it out as we go along. Like both channels, go to the website. There it is, GiantSportsTalkLive.com. Get in on the next draw. Eric, I'll give you the honors. Do you want to tell them?
No, you go for it, man. It's all you. This is something in addition when we hit. This has nothing to do with the 500 subscribers, but it does have to do with something of the number 500, right, Glenn?
Yes, sir. You can enter to win, GiantSportsTalkLive.com. You can send us an email through. There's a link on there to enter contests or get in touch with us. So like both channels, or I should say subscribe to both channels. And then follow us daily, like our shows, and it gives you an entry to go to the website and send us the email saying, I want to win the $500 gift certificate from Fanatics.
Yes.
I said to Eric when we were selling this idea to Fanatics, I said, you know what, Eric? We're a sort of what I'll call a non-denominational channel.
We kind of cover everything.
We got fans from Milwaukee, and we got people who like the Detroit Tigers have been coming in. A lot of Padre fans, a couple who were at the games, Eric.
And a Milwaukee Brewers fan. Had some Braves fans come in.
Yep.
Dodger fans.
Let's give away a $500 gift card for Fanatics that you can buy whatever gear you want.
$500 worth.
Let's say after, the Giants this abysmal season, maybe they just happen to watch a NASCAR race Sunday and they go, I like this. I didn't know this was so much fun. Go get yourself a NASCAR hat and a pit shirt. But anyway, that'll be our next prize up for grabs, a $500 gift certificate, for use with Fanatics.
There you go. Sweet.
And how many subscribers we got?
We are currently at 391.
All right, guys. If there's any of you guys out there, let's see if we can hit the 400 mark before the end of the show, which is coming up. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, again, quick review. Like our shows, subscribe to both channels, and you can go to Giants Sports Talk Live. Eric was so kind to put the link up there for you, GiantSportsTalkLive.com. Go and send in your entries once daily if you meet the requirements. All right. You got to meet the requirements. Got to subscribe to both channels, and you got to like the shows. Once you do that, Benji says, can y'all link me to the other channel?
Hold on. Check it out. Do even better.
Eric will get that ready. So anyway, this is a pretty decent prize. So I said, I got to make him work for it. And once again, Eric and I aren't allowed to win. So
Nope, not part of that.
we don't win the good stuff.
There you go, Benji. Check it out. There we go.
Yeah. Yep. And what a great salesman I am, right? And guys, if you go to Northern California Sports and Entertainment Daily at 3 p.m., you get a heap and help in a 1 hour, 60-minute bonanza of Carter. It's called Carter's Corner.
Wait, where? There it is. Wait, not right here.
There it is. Carter's Corner. We'll have to pull up. You know what? Let's get for the next few days. Let's find the clip. We got to air the clip. Him comparing the Dodgers and the Giants this season, and why they're equal. You thought tonight's was wild. You got to hear that.
Thanks, Benji. Oh wait, hold on. What's up,
no
senior? What do you got? Senior's got something going on here.
$20 a square. No, we're all you got to do is just participate. So
no, he's talking about doing something different. He says he's going to hit up the chat for a football.
What's this?
Running the Niners to Cowboys. All proceeds go to Charlie's team going to Cooperstown.
So like a football pool or like a raffle, I guess. Senior can contact you, give you details.
Yeah, we'll find out some more too.
Yeah, we got to find out. Some things we're not allowed to do, so we have to make sure it's a fine line.
But yeah, I would love to help. I would love to help his team try to go to Cooperstown.
Absolutely.
That would be freaking awesome, man. 100%, dude. Okay, right on, Senior. Yeah, I'll get the details going from Senior, and we'll let you guys know what's going on. That would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I feel bad for the guy. Carter, can you imagine back in the day if he was a little older and he had been back in the day when you had to call the 1-900 numbers to get your fantasy picks? He wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it. You go, why are the phone calls drying up?
we got to get that sound effect. It's a lock, and hear that the jail door slam. Cocoon. It's a lock.
Oh my God, he just made it too easy for us. It's just. Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't have success in the postseason, Eric, but he pitches well in the postseason. That might be my quote of the year.
We got confirmation. The late night show will air at 10:30. So in about a half hour, guys, go check out Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Late night sports talk will commence at 10:30.
Oh, I think some of the guys are already checking out the other site.
Yep, they are. The
Benji's
Jock and
like,
the Doc.
oh, the Jock and the Doc. Yeah, and we got Shark Bites starting Tuesday. The National Hockey League show talking San Jose Sharks. I'm really looking forward to doing that every day and banging that one out. We've got Game Night Live. That'll be returning next week. A lot of stuff on the go. Eric and I aren't just a one-trick pony over here. We got a lot of content. Eric does such a great job. Now, I want you guys to know firsthand, all these little banners you see, like tomorrow's show, if you weren't with us earlier, we're doing 5 shows tomorrow, which will be the pregame. Then we will do a postgame after the Detroit game, postgame after the Mets, after Kansas City, and our Game Night Live, the playoff sports talk after the Dodgers in San Diego. And we'll have a special guest from New York City, Tommy D, who covers the Yankees and Mets. It's going to be a busy day. And Eric, you and I are on the radio to start the morning, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, how about that?
God, I forgot about that. You got a late night.
Yeah, it's all good, though.
What do you want to talk about on the show? I think we're going to talk a little baseball, right?
Baseball, and then our favorite topic of the last couple of weeks, stuff going on across the pond over there in the Middle East. Yeah.
All right, we can talk about that in the morning. Why don't we lead with that? We'll talk about that just after 8 in the morning. A little rock and roll. I've already picked out some music for the show. We're going to have some music from the Smithereens on the show tomorrow. We got some Asia. Remember Asia? Hairband rock from the 80s. A few other songs. It's called Rock and Talk, by the way. Airs at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings Pacific time, of course, Bay Area channel. And at 6 a.m. Sunday morning, you miss it, you can listen again. Coming soon, the 24-hour
website. Yep.
Which will feature the brand new 24-hour a day radio station featuring Eric, myself, Carter. Oh, geez. Eric, I literally have to, put on an ice
His
pack
picks, I think, I'm trying to remember. I think he picked Detroit over Cleveland. He picked Philadelphia over New York. He picked Kansas City over New York. And San Diego over LA. Those were
just his reasoning. Like he comes in
with reasoning. You say reasoning.
I use that term very loosely. Don't get me right. It's on lowercase letters. Guys, you know what we're working with here. The Giants and the Dodgers, they're very evenly matched if you take Freeman, Betts, Ohtani, all out of the lineup. I'm like, no.
Here we go. Here he is. Still. Oh, man.
Yeah, I've got Cryptic. Cryptic says the Dodgers are going to win. Cryptic, I've got the Dodgers going to the World Series. And the Yankees. Yankees and Dodgers. Could be wrong, but I mean, logically speaking, Dodgers, Phillies, I mean, there are several picks, several directions you can go, but just to pick with, I don't know, hapless delusional. What other words can we use, Eric, that could sum it up? I don't know the thought process, man.
Oh, dude.
You know, when I was 18, I used to make picks like that. Yeah, the AHL playoffs are getting underway, Glenn. Sherbrooke won 114, had 114 points, and they're playing New Jersey. Oh, I got New Jersey. They won 6 games. Got to go with New Jersey. They're going to get hot. Like, it just, I don't know.
I saw that news.
Would I like to see San Diego win?
Yeah.
Darn tootin' I would.
Yeah.
But
Johnny, I saw that earlier. I'm not familiar with Tomoyuki Shigano. Have to do some research on that guy.
Geez, it's getting to the point we can't keep up with them.
The only thing is you got to be careful with Japanese pitchers because they're used to going every 6 days, man. Otherwise, they seem to break down when they come to the MLB. That's the only issue that I have with Japanese players.
Here I go again. Any truth to the rumor that's circulating on the streets of the Bay Area, San Francisco and Oakland right now, Eric? Live as we speak, the Carter will be appearing on Sports Night Live.
Say what? Late night sports night?
Yeah.
Or late night sports talk?
The rumors that are circulating.
I have not heard such a rumor.
Oh, I'm hearing it. As you would say, I've got my ear to the rail.
Got your ear to the rail.
The Bay Areas, the ratings are going to go through the roof because Carter is going to be appearing on Sports Talk. What is it? I don't even know the show anymore. I'm so wound up.
Late night sports talk. Live. Well, just late night sports talk. Yeah.
We haven't officially launched. We're going to do that next week. But hey, we'll let you get in. You know what? You know when tickets go on sale for concerts and sporting events, Eric, and you get in, you like the early bird picks.
Yep.
You can get in, guys. All you got to do is like tonight's show. Make sure you like this channel and go and like Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Once you do that, you can go back to our website. Want to bring it up one more time before we sign off, Eric? Let the guys know where they can go. Send us an email to qualify to win.
You have to actually go to the damn website.
And you just have to meet the requirements. You have to have liked the show today. Hopefully this one. Like I say, this could not have been scripted any better, man. Holy cow.
Unbelievable.
I need some sleep too. And then you got a chance to win the $500 Fanatics gift certificate.
Hey, look at that. There you go. Contest form.
I'd love Eric to. Oh, look. You can even look. Go up a little further. You can listen to some of our old shows, can't you?
Yeah. Got this. And then you got us here. Yep. This is from yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, you click, boom, you're in. We got all the scoreboard every day. There's the wrap up to the season. We got news. We got all kinds of stuff on there. But show them the link just so they don't understand. I mean, there it is. Put in your name, the email, phone number, and it's got to be right. Some people try to put.
You put in bogus stuff. Well, it ain't getting
name. If it comes in as Hiroka or senior softball games, the email boots it out. So it will only accept your real name, phone number, and just put in the memo. I want the gift certificate.
Certificate. And how
or
much was that gift certificate?
500 bones
to Fanatics, correct?
Yep, 500 quid. And you can put in the memo. I want the. I just show me the money, or let us know. Make sure we'll know it. You're entering for the contest, or whatever memo. Just say Glenn is sexy. I like Eric.
Cardo's a weirdo.
I was just thinking that. You got to go get ready for your late night show. This has been a hell of a show, Eric. This may be one of the most
memorable. It's been memorable.
It's been entertaining, guys. What'd you guys think? I don't know if you guys over there were just shaking your head. I literally, tears were falling. I couldn't stop laughing.
I know. I had to get a drink of water, dude.
Yeah. And then you even gave him his own floor. And I
did.
Oh, here we go. What about?
Hey, why not, man?
I only pick with my head, and the stats speak. Well, what about Arizona?
Houston. Yeah. Anyways, guys, you'll see me over there with Will on Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. We will be doing the late night sports talk. Should be a lot of fun. Me and Will have a great time doing that. And go over there and check us out, guys.
Yeah. Enjoy your night, Eric. I won't be dropping into. I've had enough fun and shenanigans for one day.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Let's get out of here.
You and I got the radio show bright and early 8:00 tomorrow on our website. So
and let's not forget
early $500 from Fanatics.
4 post games tomorrow, guys. After each game, you can catch us on here, just talking about that individual game. And then at the very last post game, the one that's going to be the Padres and Dodgers, we will recap the rest of the games that happened earlier that day.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a pregame show to tee things up.
And you're going to have a pregame
on the other channel as well as right here. I'll simulcast them, and I'll do a pregame.
Game night live.
I promise it won't go off the rails. I'm doing it on. Eric can join me. He might be sleeping in. We'll be just finished the radio show. Then I'm going to do the pregame show. Then we're going to watch baseball all day, and then we're going to do these shenanigans all over again.
Should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Guys, enjoy your baseball tomorrow. Enjoy the late night show. Make sure you go over and like that show on the other channel with Eric, and it's going to be a great night. I can feel it already.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, I got to go. See ya.
All right, guys. We'll see you over on Late Night Sports Talk with Will and myself. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Woo!
Good luck.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.